and I lived just around the corner, and I knew nothing about this story at all. So my mother-in-law, who is now 90, so would have been 82, 83 at the time, I thought, I wonder if she can remember them, because she's lived around Seedley all the time, all her life. So I just happened to say to her, do you remember a bunch of Basque children, Spanish children that came to Salford in 1937? And she completely physically changed. She kind of made herself smaller. She said, oh yeah, I remember him. And my mother-in-law speaks posh Salford, and she went right back to thick Salford in the way she talked about it. And she says, yeah, I remember them. She says, I were in Hope Hospital with months, and I come out, I can't do a Lancashire accent, I'm not from Lancashire. But I were in Hope Hospital, and we come out, and I'd had mumps, and me and my mates, we went down Dog Entry and we went to look at them, and we was dead disappointed, because we thought they'd be dead exotic, and they was just like us. But the fact that she actually became a child, and my art practice is about how we remember things and how memory changes over time. So I was really interested that she'd never spoken about this memory since 1937. So I thought, well, there must be some other people out here who can remember it. So I put a message in the Salford Advertiser, said, does anybody remember these children? I got a phone call at 10 o'clock at night from a lady who says, my mum used to play with them, and I've just been in the attic and I've got a photograph. So she did a copy of the photograph and posted it to me. So then I had a picture of them. Another lady contacted me and said, oh, I remember them. She said, I used to walk past them with my mum, because bear in mind these were really young children. She said, I used to walk past them with my mum, and I used to say to my mum, why are those children so sad? And she said, oh, it's because their mummies and daddies are dead, and there's been a war and their mummies and daddies are dead. And they were evacuated, and she used the word evacuated. And then when this lady was evacuated from Salford during the war as a child, she remembered that conversation and thought it meant she'd never see her mum and dad again. So it really affected her when she was evacuated. And as it happens, most of those children did still have parents that came over, but because they were called the Spanish orphans, people tended to assume they hadn't got parents. So yeah. I just got more and more interested in it, and I started to think, well, this is a story that's not been told, and I just don't want it to get lost.